All right, let's dive headfirst into the heart of the world's largest and, well, most dangerous jungle, the Amazon rainforest. This is a place that is absolutely teeming with life, but it's also teeming with death. Now, this isn't some line from a horror movie. This is the real deal in the Amazon. It's a place so dense that sunlight almost never touches the ground. Every little sound, and maybe even scarier, every sudden silence, is a constant reminder that while you can't see what's out there watching you, it can definitely see you. And get this, what's truly mind-boggling is this number, 20%. Scientists believe that 20% of the Amazon is still completely unexplored. Just think about the creatures we haven't even found yet, because honestly, the ones we do know about are terrifying enough. So welcome to what many call the Green Hell. We are about to count down the most dangerous inhabitants of the Amazon, and we're saving the single most poisonous creature on the entire planet for last. First up, let's talk about the deceptive dangers. You see, in the Amazon, the deadliest threats often come in the absolute smallest packages. In here, size really doesn't matter. So our first example is this tiny little insect. I mean, it weighs barely anything, seems totally insignificant, right? But you should not be fooled. Its name is a warning. And here it is, the bullet ant. This slide just says it all. What you see is a tiny insect. What you feel is the world's most painful bite. People who have survived it say it feels exactly like you've been shot, and that pain lasts for a full 24 hours. A tiny ant that can bring literally any human to their knees. Okay, next up is a creature that terrifies even the most seasoned scientists. Believe me, this is not your average house spider. This is the Brazilian wandering spider. What makes this spider so uniquely terrifying is its personality. It's not just defensive, it's straight up aggressive. It'll attack without any provocation. Its venom goes right for the nervous system, leading to paralysis and death if you don't get treatment fast. And the scariest part? It wanders. It wanders right into people's homes, hiding in shoes and clothes, turning something as simple as getting dressed into a life or death gamble. Now just look at this number, 860 volts. Any ideas what kind of creature lurking in the Amazon's dark waters could generate that much raw power? It's the electric eel, and this breaks down its horrifyingly effective way of killing. You know, the shock itself, which can mess up your heart rhythm, is rarely what kills you directly. No, the real danger is the instant paralysis it causes. Your muscles just lock up, you can't move a muscle, and you simply drown in perfectly calm water. It's like a silent living power plant. Okay, so we've seen the hidden threats, the small stuff. Now it's time to meet the big guns, the apex predators, the undisputed rulers of the Amazon's food chain. First up, the heaviest snake in the entire world, the green anaconda. This thing doesn't mess around with venom. Oh no, it relies on sheer, brutal, crushing force. Just try to wrap your head around these numbers. Up to 30 feet long and weighing over 550 pounds. It just waits, silently, in the water, and then it strikes with unbelievable speed. It wraps that massive body around its prey, and with every single breath the victim takes, the snake just tightens its grip and tightens until ribs snap and life is just squeezed out. And yes, it is a fact, there have been documented cases of anacondas swallowing adult humans whole.
Sticking with the water, it's time to meet the river's true demon. Now, during the day, you might mistake it for a floating log, but at night the black caiman becomes a whole different kind of monster.
These things can grow up to 20 feet long, making them the top predator in the Amazon's waters. But as soon as that sun goes down, something switches, and it becomes a hyper-aggressive hunter. It's famous for attacking boats, flipping them over, and dragging fishermen, tourists, anyone, down into the dark. In its world, in that murky river, there is no escape. And now, let's talk about the true king of the jungle itself. If the Amazon has a supreme ruler, it is the jaguar. It is the perfect mix of power, speed, and absolute stealth. It doesn't roar before it attacks, it just appears, like a silent shadow of death. You know, what really sets the jaguar apart is its killing method. It's totally unique. While most other big cats, they go for the throat, they suffocate their prey, the jaguar is different. It has the most powerful bite, pound for pound, of any cat, and it uses it to bite straight through the skull, crushing it directly. It is an instant, brutal, and final end. So we've seen giant constrictors, silent stalkers, and we've even seen living electricity. But now we've reached the final reveal. We're about to meet the single most poisonous creature on the entire planet. And here it is, the golden poison frog. It looks incredible, doesn't it? Almost like a tiny living jewel. It's small, it's brightly colored, and it seems so delicate, so harmless. But that beautiful appearance is nature's most extreme warning sign. And this really gets at a key rule of the Amazon. Bright colors don't mean beauty, they mean stay away. The frog's skin is basically a neon sign screaming danger. Local indigenous tribes figured this out centuries ago, using its incredibly potent toxin on the tips of their hunting darts. This just puts the sheer power we're talking about into perspective. The poison from just one of these tiny frogs is enough to kill 10 grown men. There's enough toxin covering its skin to kill over 10,000 mice. This is lethality perfected and concentrated into a tiny 2-inch animal. And this is the final chilling piece of the puzzle. There's no effective antivenom for this. There's no cure. For a human, simply touching the frog's skin could be a fatal mistake. The toxin can absorb right through your pores. It is, quite literally, a walking, breathing embodiment of death. From the tiny bullet ant all the way to this poison frog, this whole journey is really a lesson in humility. It's nature's ultimate warning that no matter how smart or advanced we think we are still incredibly small in the face of its raw power. In this place, we are definitely not always the rulers. So we're going to leave you with this one question. Knowing what we know now, knowing what lurks under every leaf and in every single shadow, would you dare to enter? Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer.